Hey everybody, it's Jerry from the Military Collectible Shop, and just wanted to do another quick update of what's new at the Military Collectible Shop. We haven't been able to do one of these in a while, just because we've been going, and I just wanted to share some of the stuff that we got in. One of the big things we have that's kind of piled on the counters was a neat collection that we had to get outside of the cheddar curtain and invade the purple people of Minnesota. So we went up to Minneapolis. It's about a 6.5 hour drive from Milwaukee, and basically, we had done the deal with the people already. They had actually come down to the shop, talk to us, and we just had to finalize it and pick up the stuff. So we were finally able to drive up there, load up the stuff, turn around, drive back home. Long day of driving, but it was a beautiful day. Northern Wisconsin is just freaking beautiful any time of year, so it was a great day to drive, and we ended up with some really cool stuff. The neat thing was, it's actually, I believe, 3 brothers who served in World War II, and a lot of different stuff. 2 of the brothers were in the Air Corps, 1 was in the Coast Guard. We're still actually running the research on them, and the family's getting us some more stuff, so which is always nice. They're going to provide some photos and some documents and some other things that they think are still bouncing around there. But there was a lot of stuff. Mostly uniforms and gear. So that was it was a nice find. Starting in no particular order, got in a really nice early fixed bail helmet, the early liner, front seam fixed bail. This one is made by Westinghouse. Just a really clean helmet. And this is pretty typical of what you see for Army Air Corps guys. You know, they probably wore them in training, and that was maybe the last time that they wore their helmet. So that was nice. Got some other field gear. Got, a bucket, or some people call it a hat that'll fit Jerry's head. It's good to have friends. Real nice, clean gas mask, World War II in the bag. World War I medical pouch for the Carlisle, 1918 Rock Island Arsenal. Also a World War I backpack with the meat can, 1910 pattern pack, dated 1918. So nice to find intact, because this serves both World War I collectors and World War II collectors. Let's see, got some blankets and some other gear. All right, wandering over this way. As part of the group, got in a British-made ETO jacket that was worn by the Americans. It would have been nice if it had insignia on it, but it is what it is. Not completely sure which brother that came from. One was an officer, one was an enlisted guy. So I got some overseas hats, oxygen mask, stowage bag, some underwear, more fatigue hats. It's like they saved everything, which is always fun to see. The one was in the Army Air Corps Training Command, so we see a lot of that insignia on his shirts and things. Pants, overcoat, a couple 4-pocket uniform, which is nice with the patch sewn on with the arc. A nice early uniform with the belt ramps and the back elastic. So, these interestingly have the early 1910 rimless buttons on them as well. So, and then another nice uniform from him. This one is kind of unusual because it's more of an officer's quality uniform. So, that was nice, and it shows, he had 2.5 years overseas, 6 years enlistment. So again, with the training command. but just a real nice officer quality coat on this one. I also got their son in service flag. So it might have been two brothers and a cousin. I don't know. We're still trying to work that out. This is a little unusual. American Expeditionary Force Frontline Parcel Number 1. It's a little aid kit. I'd never seen one in the pack before. Got in either a flight or early motorcycle helmet. You know, perhaps the picker guys would know. This is actually a Navy deck hat. Probably came with the Coast Guard guy. A little rubberized and waterproofed. A sewing kit and a toothbrush container. Always fun to get the personalized stuff, you know, that the guys carried. Nice flight hat. I don't know if these guys wear the sheepskin flight hats. These are always just torn to pieces. Okay, and from the officer brother, a nice officer visor hat. Officer cut down fore pocket shaped into like a night jacket with the 8th Air Force patch. His pinks, they call them. I suppose the taupes didn't have as nice a ring as pinks. It is a really weird color. But it looks nice with the jacket. And then speaking of jackets, this was really cool. We got the officer's A2 flight jacket, complete with the his unit patch from the, I believe it's Southeastern Air Force Training Command, or flight schools. So, but a decent A2 with the label still intact and a little worse for wear, but let's see how you guys looking 80 some years. And then we got some more hats, various visor hats, more pants, more gear, mosquito netting, overcoats. Let's take a walk over here. We've got his Bombardier's case, which was full of various books and training things. M43 jacket, a lot of spats, leggings, a rubberized overcoat, raincoat, kind of the early pattern with the hook buttons. These always made me think of those boots that we used to wear as a kid. They'd have these on them. You'd have to put your feet into bread bags to get in the boots. I don't know if you people in the southern climates ever had to do that, but winters in Wisconsin suck. So, a lot of flight maps, different places, you know, from Africa to Cincinnati. And all points in between. Duluth, there's another cold place. Oh, this is actually some Vietnam stuff. That was a different group that came in. But there was some more training stuff, flight stuff, some dewadded 20mm shells, throat mics, a lot of different school stuff, navigational schools, silhouette handbooks, you know, how to identify friend and foe. There's a clue, the foes are shooting at you. These are always fun. The Bombardier's information file, these are always interesting, training books. And the pilot's information file, same thing, only different. That's cool. More spats, some cloth flight helmets, throat mics, just a lot of stuff. One of the neater things that I think that I got there was actually, I don't have it together, but it's a U.S. marked. It's actually a bed. So I've got the whole like wooden box frame. This is the headboard. There's a matching footboard. You know, who brings a bed home? So, you know, there's something that not everybody has. So kind of cool. I haven't found a date on it yet, but pretty neat, heavy. You know, I like the wood, kind of mission oak style. Okay, so that was the one Minnesota group. Then I'll show you some other stuff that came into the store. Okay, I lied. I forgot about some other pieces. This is part of that Coast Guard group. You know, that either the one relative was in the Coast Guard or something, but we got his swim trunks. Yeah. You know, some of his uniforms, leggings, some foul weather gear. But what came in kind of with this stuff is neat, is a couple commissioning pennants. Both a Coast Guard commissioning pennant and a U.S. Navy commissioning pennant. So these were flown again from the highest point on the ship as the ships were you know, being commissioned. This one's actually labeled Com Pen number 7. So number 7 is the size. So. But very cool and not often seen, especially the Coast Guard commissioning pennant. I did pick up another one with another group, but you just don't see a lot of them. Okay, a couple more things. Walk this way. All right, got a World War I yearbook for the Medical Officers Training Camp. These are great, you know, kind of primary resource material for researching. There's photos and names of all the guys, you know, from who we were serving then. So that was cool. A little bit later, this is kind of neat. This came in as a group. He was a rescue and recovery helicopter guy. So we got a plaque and they were called the Jolly Green Giant because of the helicopter. So we got some patches and kind of a funny flipping the bird pilot wing, the Jolly Green Giant Detachment 1, and a bigger back patch for rescue with the Jolly Green Giant. So that's really cool. You know, any of that kind of off the beaten path stuff is always neat. Plus we got a whole bunch of helicopter manuals and some other uniforms and stuff from this guy. So kind of neat. And as part of that, there was an official U.S. war photographer patch. This one I always think of as more World War II vintage, but certainly could have been worn up through Vietnam. So that was a really neat group to find. Also got in a German NCO World War I spike helmet. I think I showed you these before, but these are a pair of U.S. Navy marked World War II double ringer horseshoes, you know, for the guys. Got to do something when you're not killing Japanese. Got a nice 25th Division. This also came out of Minnesota. The Electric Strawberry, named, and he was with the Wolfhounds. So that was nice. Nice complete, again, 4-pocket uniform. Always nice to find with the insignia. Helps us tell the story. We actually did get some research with that one as well. Got in a Civil War musician's sword. U.S. Civil War, 1864, I believe. Yeah, 1864. And the neat thing about this one, it's actually named to the guy, and our researcher was actually able to chase him down to a member of the 24th Wisconsin Volunteer Infantry. So that was very cool to find. You know, and we were able to find him, and he took part in several of the main battles and things. So that was always nice. Little tidbit about the 24th Wisconsin Volunteers. Douglas MacArthur's father served. Arthur MacArthur served in the with the 24th Wisconsin during the Civil War as a lieutenant colonel. Well, he worked his way up, but think he eventually retired as a, well, he might have been breveted to a full colonel. But I know at least a part of it he was a colonel. Also got in, these are cool. I've got the Japanese one, but this is the German silhouette target kite. Yeah. So what they would do is they would actually fly these, and then the gunners would practice gunnerying on them. So it gave them, you know, they could really do some pretty cool evasive maneuvers with them. And just kind of rare that they still existed. There was something else. Oh yeah. Be right back. All right, so I also got in a nice 44th Division, 44th Infantry Division uniform grouping. You know, hike jacket, shirts, the overcoat, you know, all the accoutrements. But the cool thing is, it also came, the guy had picked up a German veteran flag, you know, somewhere over there. And in doing some preliminary research, we were able to find not only a picture of the guy essentially wearing the uniform with the unicrests, but also, wait for it, there's another picture of him in uniform wearing the crests, which is nice. Oh, but there's a picture of him with the flag. So that is cool. Anytime, you know, we can document the history of something with the guy, you know, it's really hard to do. I mean, it's hard to believe that this stuff has been together for, you know, 80 plus years. You know, so it's great when we can keep telling the guy's story sort of long after his passing. So, okay, well, that was a quick and dirty through the latest piles of stuff that we had got in. I hope you enjoyed it. You can always subscribe. We really appreciate when you guys subscribe. Like us, that's great. Don't like us. There's always some of you who love to click the dislike button. I don't know why you keep watching, but hey, whatever. Maybe you're hoping we get better. So, and we are too. So, and Mark will be joining me hopefully for the next one. You know, he's not kept in a cage here. He just doesn't get here as much as I do. So we need to pack this stuff and get this stuff kind of in process because it's gobbling up all our case space. So I kind of needed to do this one. So, all right, but we love hearing from you. Thanks for all the comments, all the kind words, all the emails, you know, the phone calls. It's great to talk to all of you. Nice to see all of you. We hope to be doing more shows too. It's just been a little hard for us to get out, but we're trying to do what we can. So, until next time, I'm Jerry. This is the Military Collectible Shop, and now you know what's new at the Military Collectible Shop. See you soon. Stay safe.